Let's get some work done today.
Open up, you open up. Hit you on BBM. We should be closer than friends.
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Thanks for stopping by. Please, like, subscribe, heart, check, finger, thumbs up, all the things on this video, and share if you think that is relatable content. I wanted to talk about still my health. If you recall, the reason that I got the gastric sleeve was because I have PCOS, and I want to eventually be able to have children. And so I started this journey as a single woman. Actually, I started this journey in a relationship because, getting the information about the surgery, things like that, considering the surgery, I was in a relationship at the time, but I wasn't trying to have kids with that person. Shady. But it's true. I was not like, when we first got together, I thought we would have kids together. I thought we would get married, but when I started the surgery journey, he was no longer the father candidate. But I did start, questioning, looking into, researching, running it by my doctor, that kind of thing. At that time, my PCOS was really bad, and I was always in pain, and I had just developed my first fibroid. And so I was just like, things are getting worse, they're not getting better. I'm getting older. My mom stopped having kids after a certain age because she had a hysterectomy, because she had endometriosis, and it was just all kinds of like anxieties. And I was just trying to be preventative and also proactive because I knew eventually I would want to have kids. So when I originally got the surgery, that was what I was doing. So I saw all these different specialists, and some way, somehow, my primary ended up referring me to, we've talked about her before, endocrinologist. I also, got the ultrasound and the pelvic ultrasound, and they told me that I don't have one fibroid, I have 3 fibroids. Like, so things just started like spiraling out of control or whatever, and I was just trying to get my body back on track. And I knew if I lost some weight, that would improve the PCOS dramatically, but I didn't know what it would do for the fibroids. Like, I still don't have a lot of information. Doctors don't really give a lot of information on fibroids. I don't think they truly understand it. I think they just know that, like, if it gets to a certain size, or if you're experiencing certain side effects, then the fibroids need to be removed. Mine were all really small, so I think one had grown a little bit, but none of them were bigger than like a dime. I'm going for an ultrasound tomorrow, not tomorrow, next week. So I don't know the status of my fibroids or my cysts at this time. But I say all that to say that yesterday I went to the doctor because I'm in transition at work, and I don't know if I'm going to lose my insurance. So I wanted to see all of my doctors, and my medical group doesn't currently have any gynecologists. So I saw an internal specialist, like an internal medicine specialist or whatever, and she is like the designated person who is doing the pelvic exams and things like that right now. So I went to go see her. She was very comprehensive. She helped me so much during that visit. She gave me so much insight, so much to think about. I have like, my desk looks crazy right now because I have so much to like read, absorb, and then also research. So one of the things that I mentioned to her, and that's really what this video is about. Well, it was what I intended the video to be about, but now I realize in speaking that the video is more so about my overall health and the effects of surgery on my overall health versus what I thought it was going to be about, which was like chronic pain, migraines, headaches, etc. So when I was at the visit, she asked me like, what are your main concerns? And so I explained to her, I've always had very painful periods, very long periods. I've been on birth control since I was 16 for PCOS. and it's an estrogen-based birth control. And that's, so we talked about all of that kind of stuff. And then I said, however, also, I've seen the dentist and 2 other doctors in the past like month and a half, and I've been asking all of them the same question, which is what I'm here for related to migraines? Like, can migraines be connected to it in any way? And then I was explaining to her that the dentist confirmed that they're related, but not directly. One will not fix the other. Like, you can't treat the migraine and then expect the mouth pain to go away, and you can't treat the mouth pain and expect the migraine to go away, basically. They're not directly connected in that way. So that was disappointing, but I let her know that that's what he told me. And then we talked about, so I was given a muscle relaxer for my back. Oh my gosh, I always am trying to catch you guys up because there's always so much going on. So 2 months ago, I hurt my back really bad. Like, I already had a back injury, I was in physical therapy for it. And I hurt my back really badly last month or 2 months ago. And then last month I went to go see an orthopedic surgeon, and he prescribed me a muscle relaxer and lidocaine. And the muscle relaxer had me suicidal. It had me thinking like paranoid. It had me breaking out in a rash all over my face, all over my just everywhere. So I stopped taking it, and then I was fine. I thought maybe it was making the migraines worse, but the migraines stayed pretty much the same when I was taking it and when I wasn't taking it. They're just really bad. The headaches are just they're bad. And they're constant and consistent, and they don't stop. So I might get like a couple of hours of relief, and then it comes right back. Like right now, it hurts. It's not relief. Like yesterday was relief. When it came back last night during the storm, I was so tired that I slept through it because it's the first day of my period. And when I have my period, I have to sleep. My body's like, you gotta sleep because you're about to be bleeding all kinds of crazy. So just go to sleep. So my body let me sleep. Usually when I get a headache, it wakes me up out of my sleep, and then I can't go back to sleep until it subsides a little bit. My body would not let me stay awake. So I was literally like in it sleeping and like feeling the pain. It was just miserable. It was awful. Whatever. So I told her about all of that, and she told me something that was so frustrating and so stressful for my life. She asked me about the headache symptoms. And we went through all of that. I'm not going to go through all that with you guys because it's just a lot. If you want to know, we can talk about it in the comments. She asked me some questions about the headaches, and when I finished answering her questions, she told me 2 things. She said, it sounds like you're not only having migraines, but you're also having cluster headaches. And then she said, it also sounds like you're not supposed to be taking estrogen. She said, Sprintec has estrogen in it, and you've been taking Sprintec since 2006. I said, yes. She said, you should not be taking Sprintec. She was like, you need to go get tested. We're going to try to get you in with a neurologist because you taking the birth control that I was on, side effect for someone with my makeup is strokes. If you are not aware, my grandmother, my grandfather, and my father all died from stroke. So I wouldn't say I'm scared of them, but I do know that my family is prone to them, so I would like to not die. So it would have been nice if somebody else would have asked those questions. I've seen at least 5 gynecologists since being diagnosed with PCOS. It just would have been nice to have that information. So I was told about that. And then so she put me on a different birth control, which is supposed to, the only purpose it has is to regulate my periods in terms of getting them on time every month. They're still going to be heavy. She said they're probably going to be more painful because there's no estrogen. So she told me to take 800 milligrams of ibuprofen 3 times a day. 3 times in one day the day before my period. So not this month because I'm still on the Sprint Tech pack. I'm on the last row, which is the placebo. So I'm probably just not gonna take those pills because what the hell? And so next month when I have my period, I will do this the day before. Hopefully, you know, it comes on time and everything will work out. I have to go get the ultrasound. I have to find a gynecologist again because I still don't have one. She did the, you know, like all the tests that they run with the urine or whatever. And I have to follow up with her. She gave me medication for cluster headaches because the medication for migraines wasn't working. So we're hoping the cluster headache will work. But she said to wait until this current headache goes away, and then only take it at the start. She said it only works if you take it at the start of the headache. So I have to wait until this one subsides, and then at the start of the next one I can take it. The problem with that is that you have to take it. You take one pill and then you wait 2 hours, you take the next pill. Almost all of my headaches, the onset is at like 3 o'clock in the morning when I'm already in my sleep, and then it wakes me up and I have to, you know, whatever. So that's kind of like where I'm at with everything right now. I feel like I'm forgetting something, but I can't remember what it is. So I just wanted to update you guys that like this this gastric sleeve journey for me was about more than just losing weight. It was about getting my blood pressure down because I had never in my life had high blood pressure. It was about getting rid of that sleep apnea because I had never in my life had sleep apnea. It was about improving my chances of being fertile and carrying a baby to term healthfully. It was about, you know, just like feeling better overall. The knee pain is gone. The back pain, is back. And you know, I thought that pain would just go away, but it doesn't just go away. You have to figure out why it hurts. So the orthopedic surgeon, I went back to him after that whole medication debacle, and that was on Monday. He told me to not take a muscle relaxer, not take an anti-inflammatory because apparently that's not good for you after a gastric sleeve, which also no one told me. But to just use the lidocaine patch, and look at me pulling my eyelashes out because I'm stressed. Use the lidocaine patch and do some exercises. So I have a bunch of exercises over there that I have to do. Haven't done one exercise yet. He gave it to me on Monday. Today is Thursday. I just want a solution that works. You keep telling me go to physical therapy, go to this, do that, Just give me something that works. Like, I want it to stop. He won't do an MRI, which I think would actually help us. No one wants to do an MRI. Everyone's always like, let's do an x-ray. The x-ray is not going to show you anything. Just like the x-ray didn't show when I broke my ankle. I had to do an MRI when I fractured my ankle. I knew it was broken. I couldn't feel my toes. I heard it crack. I heard the bone crack. I heard it crack. When I sprain my ankles, I've heard pops. I know what it sounds like when you tear a ligament. I know what it feels like. When I fractured my ankle, I heard it break and then I couldn't feel my toes. And they were like, well, the x-ray is not showing anything. Okay, but I'm telling you it's broken. They did an MRI, it showed it. I don't think my back is broken, but I know something's wrong. And I know you're not gonna see it in an x-ray because I know it's not my bones. So if you could go ahead and do the MRI, we could actually find out what's wrong with it. But nobody seems to care. So I just get frustrated with chronic pain, and when you're trying to self-advocate and you're trying to tell people what's going on with you, and medical professionals specifically, you're trying to tell them what's going on with you, and I know it's their job to take the information you're giving them and then come up with a diagnosis, but I also know that it's their job to listen to you because you've been living in your body your entire life and they have only just started to experience what's going on in your body. And while all bodies have similarities, they are not all created equal. And I have been a medical anomaly my entire life. Like everything I go through, I have an autoimmune condition, and I get these like random breakouts, and every time I go to the doctor to get the medication to clear it, they're like, I've never seen this before. Like, I've read about it, but I've never seen it before. And I'm like, I know. So I just wish that, you know, like, I'm at a medical group. You guys all share records. Read them. The lady I went to go see yesterday, she was the first one she read my entire medical history before I got there. She had questions about stuff that I hadn't talked about since 2010. I was like, this is what I'm expecting from all of my doctors. Why can't they get that through their heads? Like, there's a reason that I'm only coming to this medical group, so that y'all can read my chart. Read it. Anyway, that's my spiel about the medical profession. Maybe I'll give you guys an update if there is enough information to give you an update. Things get a little crazy over here. So, yeah. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you in my next video. Bye.